what's up? How are you doing? Alright, yes, Noki 6. Question from Shadow. I'm learning Blue Cycle, and I have it all down, but the problem I have 90% of the time is actually landing on the blue peg side. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I bonk on the yellow side. So I'll make it, but I can't make it to the other rotating platform because the platform I'm on turns and it makes me fall. I want to know how I can make getting on the blue platform consistent without any of that happening. Alright, so this question is about a very specific part of Noki 6. So let's go in there. Alright, so he says that he has it all down, so I'm assuming that there's no issues with this part of the level. Unlike me, obviously. I will throw in some pointers, though. About this part. And that's that you want to do a short roll out here. Short as possible, just tap A. And yeah, you can just do this here and still... See, I'm still easily making the blue cycle. Okay, so... that's the first thing. You want to try and get here as fast as possible so that you don't have to rush for the blue cycle. You can just kind of wait for it. And then, as for how to time it, you want to time it as soon as that... the side of the block that the blue peg is on, as soon as that is about to become visible. So, pretty much right now, you can kind of see the blue peg in the top. It's hard to see now because it's paused, but if I unpause now, you'll see that the top of the log where the blue peg is, it will become visible. So by that, I mean that entire side. Right now, it's hidden behind the side that we're looking at, but... like, see, right now, it becomes visible, right? And that's kind of the visual cue that you want to use for spin jump diving onto it. So, right as that becomes visible is when you want to spin jump dive. So, let's wait again for it to come around, and then we're gonna try it out. So, right now. See? And that works every time. You just need to get a feeling for how fast this thing spins. And you can be a little bit later, like I can wait for it to actually be visible, but at that point it becomes pretty sketchy. Like I can go now. See, and then I almost don't make it, but you can still do it that way. And yo, Scatter with their 7-month resub. Teach me how to subscribe. I think you already know. But yeah, that's basically how you should be getting onto this log. Now, for that other thing I was talking about, and this helps with being early on the cycle, right here, I mentioned you want to do a short rollout here, because you're coming off of, like, this thing. This should be a short rollout, and the reason for that... Oh, well, whatever. The reason for that is that you don't need a lot of distance there. You just want to be able to do the spin jump as fast as possible. So, doing the short rollout is all you need. You don't need to get closer. Actually, if you get closer to this platform, then you're more likely to bonk into it. Because you need enough time to gain height to jump onto this. So that's a time save that a lot of people, they kind of overlook it. But it can be quite important to help you get to the cycle in time. And as for this, oops. Wow. I'm not getting this. Okay, there we go. You can just do this, spin jump up here, spin jump against this wall, like that. Like, you don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to do the triple jump here. Like, you don't need to do this crazy triple jump to get up here. That's not necessary at all for Blue Cycle. You can just do wall kicks. But yeah, you do need to spin jump into wall kick, otherwise you don't get enough height. Or side flip, but side flips are slow. If you want, you can also try and do a triple jump to get onto this log. Personally, I think that's a lot harder to time because you have to do the wind-up. Like, you either need to do, like, the 2 jumps, or you need to do, like, this. So, I prefer using a spin jump myself. It's easier to time. But yeah, it's something that you can consider. You can do a triple jump. Yeah, to get a short rollout, you just tap A instead of holding it. How long you hold A determines the length of the rollout. So, like, that's a that's a long rollout, and that's a short one. You can tell that he like gets less height. See, it's like a lot longer. Do you need to pull back for a short rollout? Well, you can, but that will just make the rollout go a shorter distance. It won't actually make it shorter in terms of time. Because the A button just affects your height. So holding back will, it will make you travel a shorter distance, but it won't make the rollout itself shorter, if that makes sense, in a time sense. Can you show the ledge grab on the next platform? What ledge grab? There is no ledge grab. Yeah, you don't want a ledge grab anywhere in this shine. So, please rephrase that question. I'm sure you mean something else. You do a triple jump, yeah. That's why you're bad at this shine, Blood Whale. Yeah, Frog, there's basically a lot of different types of rollout, because you can just press the A button for a varying amount of time. The turning tower. Oh, you're talking about pyro kick. Yeah, that's a wall kick, not a ledge grab. I can show it off. So, for pyro kick, you do need to get here at a specific timing. You need to get here, like, when that yellow thing is turning towards you. And then you do this. So, you do a, you can do a regular spin jump, but that's, like, kind of harder because you don't have a lot of room here. So, I prefer to do the jump mid-air spin. Like, you can do a short jump into a mid-air spin, and then when you land, you get the triple jump. And then you just, you wall kick on this, ground pound, turn the camera, and spin jump dive. It's pretty tricky, especially the, like, getting used to moving the camera properly there. That can definitely take some practice. But once you get consistent at the first part of the level, and you get here with time to spare, basically, like, it becomes pretty easy. Ah, so I messed it up there. Yeah, that doesn't sound worth it, Grinch. Let me try and, whoops. Okay, that's fine, actually. I can still get blue cycle with this. Just to show you how lenient blue cycle is. See? It's really free. Oh yeah, that's pyro kick right there. So that was basically, that was a clean blue cycle, even though I had a pretty big mistake at the start of the level. Like, you can make some mistakes if your movement is good enough. You can still make the blue cycle. How do you jump off of the red slope immediately without butt sliding? Okay, you need to walk to the side, basically. Oh, accidental spin. But yeah, like, you kinda, like, see, if you just turn to the side... Oh, whoops. You can do that. But another thing, and this is what I used to do, is actually use the butt slide to get up here. Like, you can just get like a very short butt slide. Like that, to get up here. So you just basically walk all the way up, and then you kind of turn like that. And then you jump immediately out of the butt slide. That's another way to get up there. It's a little slower, but if you're going for blue cycle, you can manage with that small time loss. But yeah, if you just like... You just need to make sure that you're not turning around. As long as you're turning less than 90 degrees... Like... So you just turn upright, basically, instead of right, and then you can just jump. Because there's nothing stopping you from jumping. Like, you can jump whatever you want on this slope, but to keep walking, you have to be walking up. So instead of walking straight to the right, you just walk up and to the right, and yo... The sub Boxmeister with the 7 months. Good luck, Dutch Sensei. Yo, thanks, dude. Let's fucking go. Thanks for the 7 months, Box. Yeah, Scatter, it is slower. I actually still do it with Green Cycle because I find it easier to get this triple jump with that. So, like, I still do it, but it is slower because, yeah, you're giving up time to walk all the way to the top and then butt slide down. Even though you do get a little bit of a speed boost from it, it does slow you down. But yeah, it's still possible to get Green Cycle with that. Because I do it. Ooh, that was bad. You have so much height on that jump, though? How is that relevant? The height you get on this is irrelevant. But it's definitely slower. Like, compared to what Dutchj does, which is like this, it's definitely slower. But yeah, Dutchj's movement doesn't work with the camera angle that I use. And I'm just bad at it as well. To jump before? You mean this? Oh, you mean on the rope or what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the slope jump, okay? The reason it's slow is because you need to walk up higher and because you need to turn around. Like, you get some speed, but that speed takes you kind of back in the direction that you just came from, so it doesn't really save you any time. Like, it's faster to jump up from here than it is to jump up from here. Basically. Because it's a more direct path. But yeah, it's really, it's something that took me a long time to realize. But in the end, I still managed to make Green Cycle work for myself, even with that butt slide jump. Green Cycle is easy anyway. That's the spirit. Alright. So, any other questions about Noki 6? Am I going to run tomorrow? I don't know, Menno. Maybe. Weekends are always kind of, like, I just kind of stream if I feel like it. My schedule is on weekdays. Could I do the entire shine? You want me to do blue cycle? Or green cycle? Because I already did blue cycle. I guess I'll do a green cycle. Fucking not screw it up. There you go. There's your green cycle. Now I've shown off both.